This argument that God can't redeem everyone because that would make God unjust doesn't actually make any sense, and it reveals that you're using a human frame of justice rather than a divine or biblical frame of justice. The biblical frame of justice is not retributive. Retributive justice is an eye for an eye. If you do something wrong, then you should have a punishment equal to the thing that you did wrong. Even if that was a biblical concept, a finite sin on this finite existence, on this finite earth, does not equal eternal conscious torment and separation from God. But Jesus makes it clear that an eye for an eye is not God's standard. Jesus says, "You have heard it said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, and turn the other cheek." Jesus demonstrates God's standard of justice, which is not to give us what we deserve, but to redeem and restore us, to help us as finite creatures become who God intended us to be. And that takes place through God's grace working in our lives, and I believe after this life. No one is forced to go to heaven. Everyone, when they are confronted with the white-hot love of God, with the grace of God, and they recognize their sinfulness, no one will be able to stand against that and say, "I don't want that love," because the deepest human longing created by God is for love, is for union, is for God, God's self. It's only from a human lens that we believe if you do a crime, you've got to do the time. We know, even in the temporal world, that doesn't work. The U.S. justice system is broken. You lock people up for crimes, and when you let them out, they're likely to reoffend and end up back in jail. In other countries, they have adopted something that looks a little bit more like divine justice, which is a system of rehabilitation, a system that takes people after they've committed a crime and gives them mental health care, gives them skills and jobs and training and opportunity. And when they come out, they are less likely to recommit a crime, less likely to end back up in jail because they've been rehabilitated. That is what God is about, restoring, redeeming, and rehabilitating all of us who have fallen short of the glory of God.